Bitcoin again pulled back yesterday. That's okay. Gold hit a key level and silver finally hit a buyable level. Let's talk about gold here. So number one, gold very oversold on the RSI. The fact that it's oversold doesn't mean it's going to bounce. It just gives us an idea that it is oversold. One of the things I want to show you guys here is this. We have a channel and we hit in the overnight the channel levels. So if we look at this, right, we can clearly see we have this point up here and we have this point here. We have these lows here, all through here, and we, again, look at what happened in the overnight. In addition, there's trend lines right below, right here, that are also very key to support. In addition, if you know the methodology from the Winning Trader series, there's something called a time count. It's using the number 7 over and over again. By the way, Magnificent 7, 7-day work week, 7 deadly sins, 7-year itch. I mean, you could go on and on. There's something in our subconscious that has to do with sevens. Look at any religious text. It repeats over and over again. In the markets, it uses this as well. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What that tells us, it gives us a slight probability that we're going to see a bounce here, whether it's today or tomorrow, we'll find out, but ultimately a probability for a bounce on gold. Now, again, is gold going to go back up here and then break out? I think eventually it does, but it doesn't have to do that in the near term. It could go up and then come back down and kind of go like this for a little bit of time. So little things like that we have to pay attention to.
Bitcoin's price, currently above $27,000, seems set for a Q4 decline, following a 9-year pattern of 3 bullish years and 1 bearish year, as seen in 2022. A historical pattern suggests that after an 18% correction following a peak, Bitcoin could reach $22,800 in the coming months. This pattern is not arbitrary. It's part of a larger 9-year cycle where Bitcoin generally follows 1 year of losses with 3 years of gains. In 2024, this pattern could lead to significant price increases, aligning with previous behavior. Bitcoin's price recently gained 6%, hitting $28,500 resistance, but then dropped by 4.5%, partly due to other futures ETFs' disappointing performance and concerns about an economic downturn. This decline marks 47 days since Bitcoin last closed above $28,000 and led to the liquidation of $22 million in long-leveraged futures contracts. Investor sentiment has been affected by concerns of further U.S. Federal Reserve contractionary measures due to a tightening labor market, increasing the likelihood of a rate hike. The launch of Ether futures ETFs, designed to mirror futures contracts linked to Ether, fell short of expectations with low trading volumes. Regulatory pressure has intensified with a class action lawsuit filed against Binance, U.S. and its CEO alleging unfair competition and market manipulation. Bitcoin's correlation with traditional markets is higher than anticipated, reflecting concerns about an economic downturn and the potential impact of the Federal Reserve's monetary policies. Kevin O'Leary warns of crypto innovation fleeing U.S. due to regulatory hurdles. Shark Tank investor Kevin O'Leary, aka Mr. Wonderful, has expressed concerns that regulatory obstacles will drive crypto innovation away from the U.S. His comments followed a congressional hearing where Congress members grilled U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) Chairman Gary Gensler over crypto regulation. Overall, these factors suggest a more complex and interconnected environment for Bitcoin's price movements. Let's continue our enlightening discussion with Gareth Soloway.
Take a look at the U.S. dollar. The dollar continuing to go higher. Now remember, over here we had come close to this trend line and pulled back, and I was saying to you guys, okay, there could be a top. Sometimes it misses the line by a hair, but look at this. We've now pushed up and we're heading right for that target level. So that's something we're watching. If we flip over to our weekly chart, we get a better view of what we're actually looking at here. A trend line that goes all the way back to 2021, right? So we have a low here, low here, low here. Right through this low, we then broke down. This becomes resistance. The concept, again, is that becomes resistance. Now, again, the U.S. markets today are trading lower. I last checked the QQQ down $3, which is a pretty big move for the NASDAQ 100. The SPY not far behind in that scenario. But basically what we're wondering here is, are we coming to the end of the dollar move? Now, what I'm going to show you, this next thing I'm going to show you, to me, when I saw this, when I heard about this, it blew my mind. All right, so what we know here is there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 candles to the upside. So we have 12 weekly candles to the upside. If you've been watching these game plans, I've shown you in 2014, we had 12 candles to the upside as well before the dollar pulled back. This next thing is going to be mind-blowing. If we take our mouse here and we bring it over here, we see that it was the July 17th, the week of July 17th was that first green candle to the upside. Now, what I want to do here, and this is the crazy part, ready for this? Go back to 2014, that same exact move to the upside in the dollar. Put your cursor here on the start of that. It was July 14th. Basically, it was the start of the third week. In both scenarios, get this, guys, in 2014, we had 12 up candles on the weekly starting on the third week in July. And guess what? It started on the third week of July in 2023 for the weekly 12 candle to the upside. What's even more nutty is that the price action took us up about 8%. 8% move. We're just about at 8% on the dollar rise in 12 weeks. Literally, not only is it mirroring the move to the upside, but it's literally moving at the exact date in the year as we saw before. And so guess when this red candle and red candle occurred here? All right, so let's put our mouse here. It was October 6th, and the next candle was the October 13th of 2014. If we flip back and we go right in here, all right, what is next week? All right, next week, October 9th. So again, the second week essentially in, and the next one after that, the next weekly would be the October 16th. So literally the two pullback candles, if it occurs, if this mirrors with this trend line, will be replicating to a point on the exact move, percentage-wise, date-wise, 12 candle-wise. All of this stuff is replicating to a case in point, to the exact amount, guys. And last thing I'll show you here, and again, these are the stuff that get me excited because it's like, what are the odds of that? Seriously. Or is it even like that? Well, and again, if we look at this, and we still, by the way, have 4 more days this week, including today, this would be approximately your target based on a percentage-wise what we did in 2014. So it all aligns. Somehow, some way, this is all in alignment with 2014. Again, 12 straight up weeks starting at the exact same time in July, each time in 2014 and in this cycle of 2023. And if we get the two pullback candles, they will align perfectly with the 2 weeks that occurred in 2014.
That wraps up today's crypto news highlights. Stay tuned for more updates, insights, and analysis from the world of cryptocurrencies. Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more engaging content.